Hello, everyone.
Hello!
So we saw the film Detroit. My name's Darren.
And I'm Graham. We did, yes.
So you were on the side of the police in
No,
this film.
no.
Explain why you were not.
Well, because the police were bad and they
What
were
were they
bad
doing
at their
that was
jobs.
bad? They were bad at their jobs. Go on. They didn't get them all.
They had bad work ethics.
So this tells the story
It's all about
1960s
60s
Detroit,
America.
in which the racial tension reached the point
It's
where
not just
riots
Detroit.
start to happen. I think this film is.
This tells about Detroit. Well, you know. And the bigger picture comes into play as well.
Well, people actually argue that the fact that Detroit is in it is almost irrelevant, is one of the main criticisms, because it's mostly set in the one house. I would counter that by saying, shut the fuck up. But, set in this one hotel, a gun goes off, it's mostly black people in there, 2 white women, because I know you'll say it's a tragedy for everyone. The police go in, police are racist, they still trying to work out who's got the gun, there is no gun. They start taking people, black people and 2 white women, yes, into various rooms, pretending to shoot them, and then going out and saying, we killed your mate, now you tell us or we'll kill you too. That's what happens, yeah?
Yeah.
So, by Catherine Bigelow. What's your favourite Catherine Bigelow movie?
Zero Dark 30, what's yours?
We know it's Point Break, obviously it's the correct answer. Did you enjoy this movie?
Oh, yes.
You enjoyed it. Interesting choice of words. I don't want to put words into your mouth, but what did you find enjoyable about it?
No. The tension and how they got out of trouble and stuff like that.
The police.
No, not how they got out of trouble. Not out of trouble, but like, you know, just...
Who?
No, not like...
Who is they in
just
that sentence?
The innocent, the black people.
You can say black people.
The
It's
innocent
not
black
racist
people.
to say black people. Don't forget the 2 white people, though. I know you're paranoid about that. It is a tragedy for all involved.
They were treated badly, though, to be fair. Not as badly.
Absolutely.
Not
pretty
not
badly.
as,
Pretty
yeah,
badly.
very badly.
Let's not be
very
fucking
badly.
misogynist about
No, I
it.
agree. It's very
ogled and stripped. That was pretty terrible.
And treated worse because they were.
Well, I wouldn't say worse. I absolutely wouldn't say worse because ultimately they weren't battered and shot.
I mean, worse than they could have been for being white people.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't realise there's different criteria for how the police should treat people.
No. Well, no. There's not. No. Not between. Oh my God! Right. Okay.
So you liked the film because it was enjoyable to you?
I enjoy a good film, and I enjoy.
Was this a good film?
I hate this feeling of tension, but I like the feeling of tension in the film.
What?
No, I didn't like it. It's just it was appealing because.
Who was your favourite actor in the movie?
Actor.
Yeah, or actress.
Well, the one from Star Wars. What's his name? The guy, the gentleman.
Can you describe him for me so I can narrow it down?
Finn from Star Wars. Come on. What's his name?
John Boyega.
Moses from John Boyega. John Boyega.
You thought John Boyega was the best one in this?
I really liked him. Yeah, because he was excellent.
Well, he was excellent.
He was excellent.
Well, it's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to.
Who was yours?
I'll probably go for Will Poulter.
Of course you would. Oh yeah, we can all play that game.
What do you
anyway,
mean? What does that mean?
Just because you're horrible.
Why am I horrible?
And because you liked him being, racist and saying all the racist
I
things.
thought that he gave a good
and shooting
performance.
all the men.
Well, who did he shoot? He shot like 2 people. Wasn't all the men, was
it? Only 2 people. So go on. What did you like about Will Poulter?
I liked it as baby-faced racist. You know, when you have someone playing that character, you could almost imagine them being big skinheads, but he looks like a child, but he's still fucking crazy.
Do you think he was cast because of that?
Well, he's a fairly decent and intense actor, but I imagine that, probably played a factor.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because I think his acting merit is enough. I think anybody...
Well, that's true, but I mean, fucking Julia Roberts is a good actress, but we're not going to just stick her in there regardless of what she looks like. That's going to play a role, isn't it?
She could have played this role.
I don't think she could.
Julia Roberts could have played Will Poulter's
I don't think that they would have allowed a woman to rise that high in an environment like that, career-wise.
Maybe not. But John Boyega was excellent. Better than Will Poulter, I think.
John Boyega was pretty good, yeah. I mean, people have compared him to a young Denzel Washington.
Yeah, maybe. Or
don't just pick a
or
white
Johnny
actor
Depp.
to play
Or Bruce Willis, Just any excellent, of his time.
But I think that specifically
young...
that he does have a young Denzel Washington-ness about him.
I don't know what that means.
You haven't seen
You explain that to me. What does that mean? He's got a squinty eye. What's this?
That's... You...
Oh God! That's Forest Whitaker. I
would say that he has an everyman quality. He has a kind of... there's almost a preacher quality to him, I don't know. I don't mean in terms of he preaches, but he rises above circumstances and he tries to be diplomatic.
So he's typecast.
Who?
Wait, who are you talking about? John Boyega?
I was trying to describe to you what a young Denzel Washington quality was.
See.
Whilst you were trying to work out who Denzel Washington is and who Forest Whitaker is.
So who's Chris Rock? Sorry.
Chris Rock is a stand-up comedian. Chris Tucker is in The Fifth Element, but it's easy to mistake the names of the two because they are both, Chris's.
Go on.
Well, they're both called Chris.
All right, okay, carry on. Anyway.
I confused those two, the names of them once.
Yeah, okay.
Just to elaborate on that.
It's not just one, but go on.
Yeah,
Go on, carry on.
What do you want to say?
What are you talking about, Denzel?
Oh yeah, so that's the thing I read afterwards. I've said the thing about Denzel now. So John Boyega's character is kind of mediating, trying between the hostages. That's mediating between the hostages and the racist police people. He's trying to keep the peace. Yeah?
He's doing his best. Yeah.
Well, he is doing his best, and this film obviously has a kind of authentic feel about it. It's sort of documentary thing. I was reading afterwards. One of the things that is inaccurate about the film. Apparently, in real life, his character also indulged in the beating of the hostages.
Really?
Yeah, which he himself, the man that is real, said. Well, he hasn't. I don't think he's necessarily addressed that, but he said he just did whatever he could to try and defuse the situations, and perhaps he, hit them less hard than they would have been hit.
Right.
Who knows?
And saving his own skin by the sounds of it. Really.
Well,
he was obviously.
He didn't have to be there.
No, but. It was,
I just think that was an interesting aspect that wasn't touched in the film, but then perhaps the film was already dealing with a lot. I didn't want to throw that in there. So I got the impression that character was trying to keep the peace anyway. Why complicate the situation?
But he was already having this big emotional arc, kind of John Boyega's character.
How?
Because he was there and he was witnessing it all, and they were like, and Will Poulter was like, "You're a good guy" and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, yeah, exactly.
Validation from these racists and stuff, but
What's your point?
I'm just saying, why not add that in?
Because my point is, you get the only thing that could
you get the idea.
You get the idea from what's there already, but that would maybe throw it more into the film. You'd have to develop things further. It's already quite a long movie.
I think it's already there. I think it would make his character more kind of profound because he even goes to prison and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
briefly,
gets arrested.
Yeah. Gets put in the overcrowded cell and stuff. And because he's kept as a witness and stuff, and I think.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, even if he
do you not think he
engaged
risk losing sympathy for him because you've got to condense everything down to a point where you might not necessarily be able to get the nuances of what he's doing across?
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Basically, why do you want to see him beat them so badly?
Stop it! No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
I just think it would make it right to not be truthful. Or do you want to see them beaten? What is it? Which is it, Graham?
You're a bad person. You're a bad influence.
How am I bad? I'm not encouraging it. I'm asking it.
Yeah, no. You're giving me the illusion of only two options.
Well, what's the option that you can think of then?
No, I'm saying it would have added to his character. There you go. That's fine.
In what way though? Because we've already established that he wouldn't have gotten anything out of it that we didn't.
His character would have been more tragic still because he's forced into these situations.
Well, that's if
and
we
just
believe
like the
the
real life
guy.
was. What do you mean?
Well, he just said he did whatever he could to make things better. I mean,
you think he didn't?
I'm just saying that's his version. Perhaps he did just hit them. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm saying it's something the film could have explored.
Yeah.
But then perhaps that would have detracted from the point of the scene, which was really, people have said that the depictions of black people and the racists are very simple. They're the victims. He's a monster. But then I think that counteracts the it's not about Detroit 'cause it's all set in the one house. Because by showing the two extremes, it's not about what's going on in their house. It's the fact that these two extremes are allowed to exist within this system, which is in Detroit.
Yeah, it's like that hotel is a microcosm.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just an example of the country as a whole at that point. And still. We haven't learned any lessons. In fact, this is the whole thing, isn't it? Did you see the video of the
the nurse?
The Latin that was a white woman, but the Latin woman, Latin American woman, and she was holding a child.
Oh,
and she got body slammed by the policeman. But but this is it. We're living in a society where the police
in the movie. Don't forget. So it's not just all police are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a complicated world.
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of? There are good police in that movie.
Who?
Well, I don't want to say because it's a sort of spoiler, but at the end, perhaps when one person escapes, the police was like, "What the fuck has happened to you? Who has done this?"
Yeah.
So, and obviously there's his boss, who at the beginning will pull to like
I get
essentially
that.
murder someone. His boss is like, you were up for
Getting
murder. I'm
reprimanded.
suggesting you for murder.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he didn't like try and cover it up.
No, but well, I don't know. You don't know because it never actually came.
Well, you do because he went to prison and he got he went to court, and perhaps the problem there was the all-white jury.
Well, yeah, no, I get that,
and that people are racist.
I get that as
anyway,
well, but
we're up
that's
for 10
off.
minutes and
that's not off that first guy though, is it?
Well,
I mean,
no,
maybe
but
it
kind of gives an impression as to what will happen to him if he goes through the system anyway. Anyway, do you want to apologise?
No. Have you got? No. I mean, I've got nothing to apologise. I mean, oh dear. I don't.
Bye, everyone.
What did you think about the singing parts? Because that was a big part of the film. Just before we go, just dead quickly.
Which when he was on the stage alone?
Just all no. Just not. Well, yeah, that was tragic, obviously.
Yeah.
But that whole storyline.
I thought.
As like an aside of the film.
Okay.
Because you got all the racial tension and stuff.
Why did he become the? Because the whole film started off big. This is about Detroit. Then it got smaller. This is about what happened in this house. Then it got even smaller. This is what happened to that guy. I think that singer is to show what happened to people that survived the night and that it lived through forever, and the repercussions lasted a lifetime, not just what happened that night.
So he himself is even more of a microcosm kind of example of.
It starts broad and narrows down further and further, and if you want to ask me about why we were seeing a singer in singing, it's because of what happened to him and how it fucked his entire life up, even though he survived it.
And it is a true story.
Yeah.
So they had that to draw on.
Yeah.
So if he was a golfer, he would have been a golfer in the film.
I'd have had no sympathy for him if he was a golfer.
No, me neither.
You don't need that much fucking space to get a fucking ball in a hole to get a pool table. Bye everyone.
There's a microcosm of a golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, bye.
Bye.